Hello everyone and welcome back to the Starcraft 2 1 vs 1 replay casted by myself. My name is Axel and this is going to be a game from the ladder in between spawning in at the lower left location, the red Zerg player Destiny from team QxG aka Quantic Gaming. His opponent in the top right, it's going to be the blue Terran player BlingLing. And funnily enough, BlingLing is playing Terran, not Zerg, so I hope Destiny looked at more than just his opponent's name when entering this ladder game. I'm assuming he probably knows it's Terran, but you know what happens. Those players that make those names just to try to confuse their opponent. Like those players that pick Protoss, but they make their name Terran. And then like you enter the ladder queue, and you read the name, and it says Terran, and then you start the game thinking that it's a Protoss, and it's a Terran, and it all gets confusing, and it's no fun. But maybe that's what the Terran player is trying to do here. Who knows? Who knows? But this is going to be a 1 vs 1 across positions on the map of Shattered Shakuris Plateau. They both start with S-H-A. Yes, S-H-A. They both start with Sha. So an understandable misspoke, missaying I had there, but it's all good. It's on Shakuris Plateau. This is not the MLG version. That is important to note. However, I don't really know the difference between the MLG version and the Blizzard version. The one version, ooh, 2 drones going out. One's going to be taking an expansion, so Destiny going for a quick, fast expand. So the one thing, I guess, would be the supply depot at the bottom. I think that does exist in the MLG version, but not on the Blizzard version. And what else? What else would it be? Does the MLG version only consider cross positions? I don't think you can be close positions in MLG. Maybe not. I don't know. But the one thing I can say for sure is that one difference is the supply depot at the bottom, but that's okay. Should be a pretty good game here. Looks like BlingLing getting a really early gas. A lot of Terran players on this map like doing some sort of a 2 racks expand or 1 racks expand. You know, because the natural expansion, it's easy to hold. There's a little ramp leading up to it, so it's relatively manageable. But it looks like BlingLing is going to open factory, I would imagine, because what else would that early gas mean? Already has 90 off of that. Yeah, we can see it on the top right, up to 92. So right when this racks finishes, he will be able to make that barrier, or that factory, I should say. And look at this, even taking his second gas, and Destiny does see that. So that's very interesting indeed. BlingLing giving away the fact that he's taking a second gas. But let's see if Destiny goes back there and sees it. And and I think he has to, yeah, so he's going to cancel it. So BlingLing there trying to fool his opponent by making him think he's going for a second gas. Of course, when a Terran player takes a second gas, there's a lot more things you have to consider, like some sort of Banshee all-in, crazy tank or Hellion all-in, or a Thor all-in, or something like that. Something heavy tech, 1 base all-in type play. So we'll have to see what Destiny ends up doing here to make sure that his opponent isn't doing any sort of crazy cheese like that. He does have an Overlord on the right side of the map here, going up towards the natural expansion of his opponent, but the Overlord not quite there yet. It looks like BlingLing just going to be putting down a command center, also that factory. Reactor on the barracks going to be lifting the factory and landing that on that reactor. Probably going to make 2 Hellions really quickly. If he made 1, that would be quite crazy. But he is at 200 minerals, so he timed that nice, and there are the 2 Hellions. Oh, he is supply blocked. That is a little bit of a blunder. Ooh, supply depot just about to finish there, so not too huge of a deal, but 1 Hellion is going to finish before the other, so that will be a little bit awkward for him, but I'm sure he's not terribly concerned about that. Also, command center about halfway done, so it looks like a reactor 4 Hellion expand from the blue Terran player. Meanwhile, Destiny in the bottom left is a queen on the field, coming to his natural expansion. Where is that queen going? Oh, only has 1 queen on the field. But 2 in production. Creep Tumor or Larva Inject has 25, and it's going to be a Creep Tumor. Destiny, good move, man. Good move. Always very important to try to connect your creep as soon as possible. Increases the mobility of your defensive units, and it makes it, you know, easier to move around. Destiny keeping guys in gas here, taking his second gas as well. Has 2 Evo chambers going down at his natural expansion. Also a spine crawler. Going to try to wall this off. Not a bad idea, of course. Trying to limit the Hellion run-by potential. And spreading that creep quite nicely here to start off this game. 3 Hellions coming forward. Obviously, their goal here, not to do a terrible, you know, his goal isn't to win the game here, obviously, because he's expanding behind this. He has siege tech up. Some tanks as well, also transitioning into those Marines. Just wants to do some harassment, make Destiny scared, perhaps encourage him to make some Zerglings instead of drones, or if he's really lucky, try to get Destiny to throw down a Roach Warren. But that would be a huge overreaction, so I don't expect Destiny to do that. I mean, could, but no, he's not going to do that because he has 2 Evo Chambers in both of his gases at his natural expansion. Really early 4-gas play here, and also a lair on the way, so relatively early lair. So we'll have to see where he goes. You know, I want to say it's going to be Infestor because it is Destiny we're talking about here, and he does like that Infestor unit. Oh, hold that thought. Overlord trying to get some scouting information. Sees that command center, so knows that no all-in threat is coming his way. But BlingLing doing a good job here, trying to limit this creep spread. Destiny going to move this Spinecrawler down to the low ground. Hellion's going to take some shots off at it, but that won't kill the Spinecrawler. It will get burrowed. And those Hellions should be scattering away, I would imagine, once the Spinecrawler finishes burrowing. And there we go. And Destiny getting right back on top of that creep spread. So important on this map. And spreading it in his main as well. So it looks like Destiny going for a lot of Zerglings, getting a really fast +1 weapons, +1 melee attacks, I should say, and +1 ground carapace for those Zerglings. And also throwing down that infestation pit. Starting to mass some gas here, so this is interesting. A lot of Zerg players like doing that. Oh, you know, 2 base, fast 4 gas, relatively early layer into Spire. Destiny here doing the same thing, except going for that infestation pit. He favors those infestors over those mutilas, so I'll have to keep an eye on that. Ooh, not sure if you forgot about that, but just now putting guys back into gas. And, ooh, look at this. BlingLing has a little bit of a push, motioning down at the center of the map here. 2 tanks, lots of Marines, some SEVs. And Destiny, this is a tricky little timing because he doesn't have any infestors out on the field, just now starting pathogen glands. And he's not going to start any infestors until the little bar is right here, if you can see my mouse. And BlingLing scanning forward here, trying to get rid of some creep tumors. Destiny has speed overlords in the air. And look at this, BlingLing setting up some bunkers here. 4 Hellions here monitoring for that for those creep tumors, and some Marines here as well. BlingLing going to be reinforcing, and this is going to be a very tricky situation for Destiny right now. He has to find out how to push out of this and make it at least an even trade, which is going to be hard to do because there are a lot of tanks here, and they're nicely spread out, and BlingLing is just going to keep leapfrogging forward with these tanks, I would imagine, putting down some bunkers as well. Another scan going down, just making sure he got all that creep out of the way, and now this creep is going to start to recede. Destiny putting some lings on the bottom right side of the map here. Spinecrawler moving forward as well, and yeah, this creep is going to continue receding, and that is not good for Destiny, so he has to do something pretty soon. Bringing lings forward to his natural expansion, probably not the best idea, but he does have some infestors on the field. And this is quite awkward indeed for Destiny. I don't know what he's going to do. Whenever you have to engage tanks that are spread out this nicely, it's no fun. It is no fun at all. So Destiny has to come up with something. Bringing some infestors to the high ground, not a bad idea. If he can fungal these Hellions, it'd be a pretty good deal. There we go, fungaling those Hellions. Also throwing down a why is my mind going blank? Infested Terran. And what's cool about Infested Terran is it soaks up the splash damage from those tanks. Of course, the tanks, if he doesn't auto-target with those tanks, they will hit the Infested Terrans. And, of course, more damage to the Infested Terrans is less damage to your army. So, pretty cool play there by Destiny. Also bringing some Marines out. Scan going down. Lings coming out as well. They need to be careful. And Destiny, he needs to come up with a plan here because this is just getting ridiculous. 1, 2, 3, 4. 4 bunkers on the field. 2 more on the way. Marines taking out some Overlords here. Really nice tank spread as well. And BlingLing continuing to reinforce with tanks and Marines. Has his natural expansion on the field. And this creep is going all the way back to Destiny's natural expansion. So, Stephen Bonnell II, what are you going to do here? What are you going to do here? 5 infestors chilling on the high ground here. What's going to be important here, I feel, when he eventually breaks out of here. Bringing Overlords. Wait, is this what I think it is? Destiny? There's nothing in those Overlords.
Kyle, it's a retard magnet!
There's nothing. How will BlingLing react? Uh-oh. Oh my god, he's pulling all his Marines back. And here we go. Destiny throwing down some infested Terrans. The Marines are caught out of position. Tanks unsieging. Only 1 tank is sieged here. And Destiny going forward with all of his lings. Keep in mind, they are 2-2, so they can do a lot of damage. BlingLing just now resieging those tanks. Bunkers proving pretty profitable, but still going down. Destiny wrecking this entire army, breaking out of that contain, throwing down so many infested Terrans, and this will get cleaned up by Destiny. So pretty cool play there, with those overlords trying to distract his opponent. What I'm gonna do is, I think I left enough of a pause there. Well, I guess I can't even talk about it because y'all won't even know the difference. I'm gonna put an MP3 of Retard Magnet. Destiny saying it. I'm just reminding myself. So Destiny coming forward with his Lings and losing quite a few of them, but getting a good amount of SCVs at the same time. Might take out this tank. No, the tank will not go down. Repairing SCVs to make sure that tank does not go down. But Destiny, he's in a pretty good situation here. 107 to 88 is his supply lead. Really nice upgrades on those Zerglings. He is 2-2 right now, waiting on that Hive. Hive is about 70% of the way done, and Destiny producing a lot of links, some infestors here as well. Units count shows 12 infestors and 45 Zerglings, along with 52 drones. Destiny taking his third and his fourth at the exact same time. And Destiny in a pretty good situation here. Probably needs to start up that creep spread again, or I guess he's just gonna oh, there we go, spreading that creep. There you go, Destiny. And yeah, putting down a Spire as well. I don't think this is for Mutus. I think this is for Broodlords, because he just did finish his Hive. That means right when the Spire completes, he can start the Greater Spire and, you know, start up those Broodlord of production. So we'll have to see once the Spire completes if he makes Mutas or if he makes Corruptors, because that will be the telltale sign. Now Destiny up 137 to 111 supply. BlingLing still chilling on 2 bases. Doesn't feel confident enough to take a third. I wouldn't either after getting my army run over by a bunch of Zerglings, Infestors, and fake Overlord drops. But Destiny in a pretty good situation. This hatchery is actually pretty low in health. Was there a drop? I think there was. That's okay. The hatchery didn't die. Infestors dancing around a little bit. That's okay. Marines coming forward, trying to get rid of an Overlord, and Destiny. Infestors do not need to be just walking into Marines. But Destiny bringing forward his Lings, going to be cleaning that up, of course. Wants to deny this third as long as possible. Throwing down some Infested Terrans as well, but that I don't think that'll take down the command center. And look at this Ling actually bringing forward a lot of Marines to engage these Infested Terrans. Oh, and a Fungal Growth going down by Destiny, trapping a bunch of those Marines in their place. Bunch of green slime causing them to die quite quickly. Some Infested Terrans going down as well. Keep in mind that the splash damage from the tanks, if they target those Infested Terrans, a bunch of Marines are going to die at the same time. So you got a lot of stuff doing splash damage. You got the Fungal Growth, and you got the Siege tank damage. And Destiny actually losing a lot of Infestors there. Needs to be careful. Bringing the Lings forward as well. BlingLing just going to lift up into that medevac and going to try to drop on the high ground, but misses. And will drop right down there on the low ground. North side of the map, there is a drop, and looks like it could be fungled. Destiny, are you paying attention to this medevac on the top left side of the map? No, he's just going to drop those Marines, and Destiny needs to burrow these Infestors. Oh, he doesn't have burrow just yet in there. Oh, 2 of them go down. Maybe 3. 3 Infestors go down essentially for free. Not really. Medevac was taken out along with a slew of Marines, so not the best trade for Destiny. BlingLing definitely trying to do everything he can to get back into this game. Command Center trying to land at the 3rd. He's going to lift right up. And those Zerglings are doing their job right now, not letting that command center land, but these tanks doing a lot of damage to these Zerglings, and they are all going to die. Again, not the best trade there for Destiny. Might have temporarily forgotten about that, but he's still in a good situation, up 143 to 133 in that supply count, but BlingLing doing a decent job getting this 3rd base down. Going to be morphing that into a planetary fortress. And mining minerals straight away. Income tab shows 82 to 63 in the harvest count, favoring the Red Zerg player QxGDestiny. Some tanks yelling at this tank. Get out of the way, man. I can't get by. Get out of my way. Gonna do a little jig. It's okay. Hopefully BlingLing notices that before this game gets too far along. But definitely wants those tanks on the field and not trapped behind the lone siege tank. At the same time, Destiny coming to the bottom right side of the map here with a bunch of Lings. Saw this dropship. Saw this medevac. Gonna come forward and try to deny that from doing any damage whatsoever. BlingLing is just gonna drop those Lings and step forward. Gonna target down this Overlord. Destiny not reacting just yet. And he's just gonna load right back up and move along. So BlingLing trying to get back into this game with some heavy drop play, but spoiler alert, Destiny Lots of Broodlords in the middle of the map here. Let's check on his upgrades really quick. I'm pretty sure he's 3-3 on those lings already. Yes, he is 3-3. Does he have adrenal glands? No, he doesn't. I guess he's trying to save that gas for those Broodlords. Understandable. But a drop coming forward from BlingLing could try to snipe down this Greater Spire. There are some infestors here, and BlingLing is just going to drop in the main base. Going to be cleaned up quite quickly by these Zerglings and these infested Terrans. Medevac should go down, and it will. But the story here is BlingLing has that third secured planetary fortress there, mining the gas as well, adding on a fourth command center, probably going to try to take this 12 o'clock expansion. And coming forward with a lot of Marines. I'm not sure about that idea. Needs to be very careful. Where are those tanks? Oh, here they are. Here we go. BlingLing coming forward with a lot of tanks and Marines. Does he have any anti-air to deal with the Broodlords? Any Vikings on the field at all? I only see one in production. Units tab shows 0 Vikings on the ground. That is not a good situation when you're going up against 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 Broodlords, and BlingLing going to be sieging up. Not very good spread on these tanks, so that could hurt him quite a bit. Marines trying to stem forward to deal with these Broodlords, but they are going to get out of there because the infested Terrans, infestors I should say, and Zerglings coming forward along with the Broodlords, cleaning up this tank army on the ground from BlingLing. Marines feeling extremely awkward. They want to help their siege tank brethren, but they can't because they're just going to get fungal growth and they are going to die quite fast. So Destiny cleaning up yet another army from his Terran opponent, BlingLing, and has a lot of Broodlords yet to spare. Infested Terrans targeting down that Viking. It was a little annoying at first, but got rid of that. Some medevacs going down as well, and I think the result of this game is inevitable. Destiny forgetting about some lings in the bottom right. A little bit, I'm not going to be critical. I don't want to be mean. But obviously you never want to leave units anywhere on the map because they could be used somewhere else. Unless he's trying to deny this fourth. But either way, Destiny coming forward with a lot of Broodlords here. A Thor is on the ground. BlingLing trying to do as much damage as they can. Destiny has no support units for these Broodlords, so they could very well... they're not going to get cleaned up, actually. Because the Infestors are coming forward. That's enough support. Destiny, all he needs is 3 Broodlords. Lots of lings. Oh, going into the natural expansion. Going to be surrounding that Thor. And there's the leave game from BlingLing. I'm not sure if there's history between Destiny and BlingLing. But no GG being thrown down. Not too surprising out of a Destiny game. Just kidding. But in all seriousness, that concludes this 1 versus 1 replay. Casting by myself, you can check me out. YouTube.com/AxelTossSC, depending on where you see this video. Also, feel free to leave feedback. I'm gonna, yeah, leave feedback. Feedback is good. Also, on my channel, if you want more Destiny, I was at MLG Orlando, and I was thrown in a room with Destiny by my team, unfortunately. So I have a lot of footage. I have a 30-minute interview I did with Destiny. You can check that out on my channel. Also, badgered him into playing the piano, and he did. I had to give him ice cream, though, so that wasn't fun. So check that out. Also, I recorded like 25 minutes because I was bored. It was Monday morning at like 6 a.m. We stayed up all night. He had to do laundry, so I'm like, okay, I'm going to record this so I don't feel worthless. And that was fun. Anything else? I recently put up an AMA on Reddit concerning Quantic Gaming, and answered all the questions via video, so that's on my channel as well. I think that's it for me. Check me out again, youtube.com/AxelTossSC. Check out Quantic Media, youtube.com/Quantic Media. Subscribe to whatever channel you are viewing this on, and feedback is always welcome. See you guys later.